6 years after a black undercover officer was assaulted by 5 of his white colleagues, the St. Louis Police Department has reopened an internal affairs investigation. Our Christine Byers is here to bring us exclusive information that she's learned about why it's taken so long. Christine.
Mike, we've learned today from multiple sources familiar with this investigation that at least 10 officers have been asked in recent weeks to give statements about the 2017 incident. Some of them have since retired, including Larry O'Toole, who was the interim chief on the night in question. And they're all wondering why this case is resurfacing within the police department, too. In September 2017, protesters took to the streets after a white police officer was acquitted of murdering a black drug suspect. Luther Hall was working undercover as a protester. His assignment? To document property damage. These are pictures of him after his fellow officers arrested him because they thought he was ignoring an order to disperse. Lynette Petruska was Hall's attorney.
It's just horrendous. I mean, this was a life-changing event for Detective Hall.
And it was racial, according to federal prosecutors who indicted 5 white police officers for their role in the assault. But no officer was ever disciplined by the police department. Here's a copy of the letter Internal Affairs has sent to officers now asking them to participate in an interview with IAD. A spokesman for the department tells 5 on Your Side the feds asked the city to stand down on any internal investigations, and we continued our internal investigation once the investigation and criminal trial proceedings by the Department of Justice were concluded. But that federal investigation ended more than a year ago, when the last of the officers to be federally indicted was sentenced to probation. That's why Petruska is confused about the timing of the investigation now.
Detective Hall is pleased to learn that those who were involved in his beating and/or its cover-up, to the extent that they're still with the department, might be held accountable. But he's really not hopeful or optimistic that this is going to go anywhere because it's 6 years after the fact.
5 on Your Side has confirmed one of the officers who was acquitted at trial left the department in May, but the department won't confirm whether he was fired. Luther Hall retired in March after his disability was approved.
He's trying to move on, but he has a daily reminder of what happened to him in the physical pain he deals with, and not just that, but the emotional impact of all of this. Again, he was betrayed by his fellow officers who didn't stand up for him.
The city of St. Louis awarded Luther Hall a $5 million settlement in 2021. To find out what happened to the officers who were federally indicted, go to the As Seen on TV section of KSDK.com.